So we're back for another game on Hotspot, which I'm glad. I want to see more teams play this map. I think it's interesting to see
Absolutely.
how everybody tries it out because it's new. Talk to me about the SALTZ lineup, Zath. Here's we spawn. They see them spawning to the northeast corner.
So SALTZ is bringing a Burgonya, which is exciting to see. Kremlin, dual Des Moines, Nevsky. There's the Golden Lion again. Double Shimakaze and a Hayate.
Hayate is an interesting choice. Have we ever seen Hayate in King of the Sea?
We have not that I remember ever seen Hayate, nor do I ever want to see it.
I can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah. All right, opposing them from the south, FFG bringing a much more destroyer-heavy lineup. Montana Kremlin backing that up, fronted by Des Moines, Minotaur, and Moskva, presumably a Minotaur again. And then for a very varied destroyer lineup, Gearing, Marceau, Shimakaze, and a Vampire Deuce.
And that Shimakaze seems to be running 12-kilometer torpedoes.
Now, we've seen teams, this is the 4 destroyer lineup is definitely something we're seeing more teams go for here on this map, right? We saw it last game with Fail, the 007 guys. We saw it yesterday with, what team did we cast on Hotspot that used 4 destroyers? It was KSE did it yesterday on this map. And here we are seeing FFG do the same thing. SALTZ obviously going for a little bit more of a traditional 3 destroyer lineup. We'll have to see if they can make it work for them.
Right. And I like the idea of the 4 destroyers. It gives an awful lot of flexibility for the team.
Yeah.
But if you go 4 destroyers, there's a trade-off, right? There's a little bit less hit points on the board. Your cruisers maybe are a little bit more exposed simply because there's one less of them for the enemy to shoot at.
Yep.
So your cruiser players have to have their heads on a swivel. More so than normal.
Yep. Now, one of the things that's interesting, Zath, and I want to point this out, because the Burgonya has so little HP for a battleship at tier 10, the health pool between these two teams, not that radically different, only about 10,000 HP. So despite the fact that they've brought an extra destroyer, FFG actually has a very small health advantage, believe it or not.
Now that's interesting to consider.
It is,
especially since you do have the can't remember. Vampire 2 does not have a heal, or
does not have a heal. No, none of the destroyers on the board have a heal at all. None, which is also unusual
on either team.
On either team, right? Shimakaze.
Right, so let's talk.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the Hayate for a second.
Okay.
I mean, meh is the best way I always describe this ship. Why do you think they brought a Hayate to King of the Sea?
It's a good question. I like Hayate. She's a perfectly fun ship to play in random battles. I've never felt she was worth her free XP cost. 2 million free XP for that ship is too much, in my opinion. Hayate,
she's a tier 10.
She's a tier 10. In my opinion, Hayate is kind of best described as a Japanese Gearing. She wants to be a nice hybrid. She packs basically 2 instead of 3 Shimakaze torpedo launchers. She brings the same number of gun barrels as Shimakaze does, but her reload and turret traverse are significantly better to the point where she can actually function as a pretty solid little gunboat. Where she struggles, Zath, is her detection. She is a half kilometer less stealthy than Shimakaze is, right? She has a 6.1 base detection on the surface. So she's outspotted by a whole host of things that already outgun her, like, say, a Daring. So she's a very challenging ship to play. And in an environment like this where you're going to be up against radar and gunboat destroyers and, Manitars and stuff, not a ship I would probably lean on.
Now, doesn't she have the ability to take torpedo reload booster, though?
I believe that she does. I'd have to check. In this environment, that might not be a bad way to go. I play her in randoms with smoke because for carriers you want the get out of jail free card. In this environment, of course, you don't have to worry about carriers, so maybe there's some value there.
Right. I'm just trying to I'm trying to theory craft here about why would you bring a Hayate?
I love it.
And our talk guys, we haven't really missed anything other than a couple of early trades, a couple early spots, but there's nothing catastrophic to talk about so far.
Not really. The decap is contested. C is now contested. A and B have kind of gone more or less the way you'd expect. And then what I guess the surprising thing to me is that Shoeless Joe's Minotaur is smoke Minotaur rather than radar Minotaur.
Is
right?
it?
It
You're
is.
Right,
Look at,
it is.
Yeah, check this out. And then I guess the other surprising thing to me is that the radar cruisers for FFG have kind of gone the long way around, but the Moskva, that's I'm not sure how I'd pronounce this, but Finn, let's just call him Finn. Finn looks like he's trying to set up down here south of this island at about F4, whereas the Des Moines looks like
Flint.
Flint. I got it.
Flint.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
He looks like that's Capsize Your Mom, Zaf. There's a great name for you. Love it. The Des Moines, he looks like he's going to try and go keep the door closed over on the 1-2 line. So other than Flint's Moskva here, you don't have anybody with the ability to radar the middle of the board.
Yeah, and I would say Flint's positioning is quite tenuous. I don't like him being so far away from islands, but I suppose he
the
doesn't have to
Hayate
worry
is
too much.
getting slammed right now. They've got him lit or
I see
radared
that.
somehow. He's going out. There he goes.
That's it. Let's see if it was the Des Moines radar. No.
I don't know. I'm not sure how they spotted him right there.
Moss's radar is not up. He's about to eat a face full of torpedoes. For his trouble, he doesn't have hydro going. He's hitting this S key.
Misses.
He
That
dodges.
one he's taking
Take two.
He's going to take 2 in the bow. That's going to really hurt. Those are Shimakaze torpedoes. Those hurt pretty bad.
That's why you hug islands in Moskvas.
Indeed, the early ship lead here for FFG as they take down the
Hey, you were
SALTZ Hayate. Go ahead.
You were mentioning earlier overall positioning. I'm also curious about sending both the Kremlin and Burgonia to the same cap. And look, they're both changing like schools of fish.
Yeah, they're kind of playing the middle of the board, which is a little unusual. Again, it's for the moment. I mean, they're not dead, but it is highly unusual to see them both doing this. Now,
They're not dead yet, but look at the torps.
I know. The Kremlin's about to take 2 Japanese Shimakaze torpedoes. He's really going to hate his life after that. Cuts him down to about 30,000 HP as he pops a heel. But I think they're going to get Flint's Moskva. Who is?
Oh, yeah. He's
Patton, yeah.
Patton chip. Patton slap.
Oh, yeah, I see it there. Patton slap. Oh, I get that reference. I get that. I was watching that movie just the other day, Zath. It was going off. It was going off of... Amazon was taking it away. It was going off of Prime Video, and so I watched it. So good. Still such a classic movie.
I love that apology, and I love how they modeled Sheridan's apology with that. That was so beautiful.
It's very similar. Flint getting low on fire again with his Moskva here down as he backs into the B cap, popping his radar, I think just because he realizes he's going out and wants to use it.
He knows. Captain Klein taking a torpedo from Shimakaze. I'm pretty sure those torps were spotted, but maybe they weren't.
Well, there goes the SALTZ Kremlin right there in the middle of the board, just getting Robocopped by everybody as FFG goes up 2 ships, although they might be about to lose Flint right here. Not yet.
He's still spotted. Here comes. Is this the Dutch oven? Is he going to get Dutch ovened?
No, the Dutch oven is going for the Kremlin.
They dropped on the Kremlin, yeah.
Actually, a pretty good hit on the Kremlin there. Looked like he took about 8K plus a fire.
Flint pumping it back up with his HP. He'll be okay for a little bit longer.
Yeah, he managed to survive down on 1,000 HP, get a heal off. So FFG still, for the moment, no ships off the board.
Oh, look at the Marceau. Look at Untamed as Thee. Just running loose in the backfield here. Cool.
I mean, it feels a little cheeky. Why would you not just go get on the cap and try to win the game? But, I mean, what do I know?
That's what I'm getting at. Now, Drewby Rocks is taking the gearing into A-cap. He'll get it for free because the Golden Lion is turning away.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the plan. Maybe that was the idea. Get the Marceau out and up in the backfield.
Maybe use the Marceau a bit of a stalking horse to push the Des Moines away because now Drewby is out of radar range, as you said. So now they can basically get for free. Nobody can spot them. And they are picking up C as well.
Look at the Minotaur. Look at Shoeless Jojo. Backing up. Oh, just barely hits W in time to dodge 3 racks of Shimakaze hate. Woo! Oh my goodness.
He's got Nevsky shells coming in
after that one.
Well, he's in a duel with a Nevsky now. And interestingly enough, he actually has a higher rate of fire than Nevsky, who looks like he might beach himself if he's not careful.
Let's watch this battle unfold. Oh, there you go. Smoke up.
Joe smokes in front of the radar cruiser, so somehow he's still spotted through the smoke.
his smoke fire penalty is going to be greater than 5 kilometer anyway.
I would
4
think
point whatever.
I would think so. Certainly, as the Nevsky gets closer, the smoke fire penalty would make up for it.
Right. So yeah, that's I mean,
If he can get on an
appreciate
angle
the effort.
and get an extra turret in, he can probably win this fight just by getting pens on the Nevsky's superstructure. We'll have to see.
I mean, he's automatically winning it right now. Bow on. The question is, does he have a super heal available?
His heal is
And
running
he
right now.
does.
Yeah, I'm watching him heal
does.
right now. He's healing through a decent chunk of this Nevsky damage. He's trying to outtrade
But
Thunderhawk as they claim.
It's not much.
As the FFG now up 3 ships. They take
Yeah,
the
Flint
They
takes
take the
down
Golden Lion off the board. Total control here for FFG, more or less. I mean, they don't own the D cap, but they have a 3-ship lead and they own every other cap. So, do you really care right now? Oh, big Monty
Yeah, I
salvo
saw
going
that
in on the
slap.
Des Moines. Slapping
Saw that
around
one
Captain
coming
Don
in.
there a little bit. Joe now trying to snuggle up to the island and deny more shots. FFG finishing off the Des Moines. Kremlin shots coming in from the 4 line, polishing off the Des Moines in the decap. A 4-ship lead for FFG now.
Can't believe Shoeless Joe is still alive. Unfortunately, like that heal didn't give him a lot of hit points. He must have taken some torps or citadels early on.
He's finally unspotted. I think the Shimakaze was proxy spotting him through the island and is again. Yeah. Yeah, pretty close to
There's
it.
the radar. Is that a radar? Maybe that's Hydro. I think that was Hydro from
It
Zanevsky.
looks like Gene Shimakaze might just try to come around here and assassinate him. Another heal going off now for Joe. He's up he's back to 10,000.
The Shimakaze's name is Genius. So
Well,
let's see if this is a genius play.
Let's see if this is a genius play. He's about to stumble into Minotaur torpedoes. No. He slows down and he hits the brakes and gets the kill.
Oh my god.
Well
That
done.
is worthy of a replay.
Well
Wow.
done to Genius.
Quite the genius there.
It really was a genius play, wasn't it, Zath? Wah, wah, wah,
I mean,
wah.
And then the Montana and Vampire Deuce are just, yeah,
They're just gonna pound into dirt. I mean, it's a bit of a Pyrrhic victory for Cruel, right? I mean, for FFG, right?
SALTZ.
Because or for SALTZ, yes, thank you. They're gonna lose the game, but they had a really spectacular kill along the way. I mean, imagine, as a Shimakaze player, not many Shimakaze players have the balls to charge a Minotaur. That guy did and made it work, which is impressive.
Can you imagine if the Minotaur, instead of single fire torps, just spreaded them like normal?
Or just shot him with his guns?
Oh, what is this you speak of,
What is
sir?
this lunacy you speak of? I know. But yeah, the wide fire would have been entertaining as too.
Captain Ken looks like he is the farm target now.
Yeah, I believe when he
middle of the
dies, that's going to just about end the game. If it doesn't end the game instantly when he dies, he's going down in seconds. There he goes. All right, so we're seconds away from an FFG win here. Not a clean sweep. Shoeless Joe does go down, but I mean, really solid play from these guys. Picking up the kills that they could, making some very, very aggressive plays. Again, Zath, we see the 4-destroyer composition on 4-cap Hotspot making a big difference.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the fact that Flint survived that whole battle when we were looking at him and being like, dude,
did he really? He has like 1,000 HP. He did. Look at that.
He survived. He lived.
Wow.
He lived.
Wow. For a guy that had 1,100 HP at one point, that is well done. That is well done. Well, congrats to both teams, but that is an FFG win. So good kudos to them. Well played here on Hotspot. And Zach, we need to run away to our next game. I think they might hopefully be holding it for us.